Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel, and by the video title, you know what this video is about. Of course, we got the Steelers training camp preview. As you guys know, tomorrow it'll be open to the public. They had their first training camp day, helmets on, pads on. Today they was kind of moving into some of the dorm rooms and stuff like that, some of the places they were moving in and getting ready and prepared. We've seen media talks where Najee Harris talking about his fifth-year option being declined. He said he was kind of disappointed, but the Steelers, with it, Steelers kind of surrounding it a little bit, they might be wanting to bring Najee Harris back, I think. Najee Harris is a good player, a good leader. He was named a leader, I think, after his rookie season. After 1 year, they named him a leader of the team like that. Very good player, been very consistent for us as well. Man, had been as productive as we want him to be, like the 1,400, 1,500 yards, because the O-line was a little bad. But I think now with the new additions added to the O-line, he can be a nice player like that. We've been seeing a lot of people come in here, you know, on through the wide, seeing him like that, looking ready to be prepared for another big time year, another defensive player of the year type of year. PFF ranked TJ Watt 6th best defensive player. I'm like, what? 6th best defensive line player like that, like the person that put on the line, like any rushers, anything like that. They ranked him 6th, which is crazy. TJ Watt is the best. Like that, his numbers show it. The win rate stuff is all cool, and some people always say, well, the win rate is cool, but to a certain extent, like they don't count all the ones where you don't win, because like you go out there and you win the one-on-one matchup, but the quarterback step up. You know, you get pressure on the quarterback, right? But the quarterback step up and run for a first down, it's not really a win. Run for a touchdown or throw a touchdown pass or throw a first down, it's not really a win, really. You might be individually, you might count it as that, but as a team thing, it's not really a win because he's still moving the ball. So they kind of overvalue that win rate stuff a little too much. I value sacks. Did you get the quarterback or did you not? You know, I used to hate the thing too. They used to have too. They say you try to discredit Mahomes with the PFF. I remember Skip Bayless used to say all the time. His show getting canceled too, I think. But I remember Skip Bayless used to say it all the time. He'd like to discredit Mahomes. Like he had 5 turnover-worthy throws. Did he throw an interception or did he not throw an interception? I don't get tired of this like potential stuff. Like oh, he almost threw. Almost don't count. Did you win or did you not? Like that. I don't think it matters like that. So we're seeing a lot of people like always try to like bring those statistics in there, try to like belittle certain players and up boost some players. And like, guys, come on. Did you make the play or did you make the play or did you not make the play? Because either or, it don't really matter too much. Because like you kind of just messing your own like stuff up a little bit when you do that type of system and try to like nitpick all the different like statistics and stats and stuff. But I'm glad that we finally getting some football. No more of all the craziness, you know, from the rumor stuff that goes around, all the little crazy trade rumors and fake scenarios that are going to happen. That's not going to happen, most likely. And of course, the first thing I want to talk about before the preview is receiver 2. Receiver 2 has been a lot of news surrounding that. As you guys know, training camp is going to be highly viewed. Going to be a big magnifying glass on all the receivers in that room. Besides, there's not named George Pickens. Going to be a lot of people watching, be like, who will be the second guy? Who will be the next guy to George Pickens? Will it be Russell Wilson, the guy they drafted? Will it be Calvin Austin, the guy who missed most of his first year? Second year, had made some plays a little bit, but was a lot of banged up most of the time, was injured. Or Van Jefferson, one of those guys like that, would be one of those veteran presence guys. We're going to see who's going to be the second receiver. As you guys know, the news circulated around, people saying the Steelers going to trade for Deebo Samuel. They're going to trade for Cortland Sutton and Brandon Ayuk, all type of things that was happening. I've already discussed Brandon Ayuk stuff probably like, I did it twice before, I think like twice before the draft. You know, draft time would be the best time to happen. Once it didn't happen at the draft, I was like, it probably not going to happen. I remember he mentioned the Steelers' name. I did a video. I was like, it's cool and stuff that he want to come play for us, but I'm like, I don't think the Steelers are going to pay $25 million plus and trade high valuable draft capital just to get a guy over here like that too as well, like that, put us in a little cap salary hell a little bit. So I think the Steelers most likely was not going to do that. So that's my initial thought. People kept kind of milking it out. It's fun occasionally, like they do it here and there. But they started doing a lot of crazy things. They started adding everybody's random names at the hat. And like that, well, JJ Watt is coming back to play for Steelers. Aaron Donald gonna come out of retirement and play for the Steelers. I'm like, come on, it's not happening. Like, stop it. Like, come on, like, stop. Like, this is going to focus on the facts. So I'm glad that training camp is happening now, so we get into the main facts. We want to be more in the sense of, like, just, you know, following and reviewing things that we see like live and stuff, and see out the player mouth like fully, instead of like all these scenarios and building up. But I think Russell Wilson most likely will be the best bet for receiver 2. Like I mentioned before many times on this channel. With Michigan, he was nice. He was nice in Michigan. He was the guy who went out there and played some good football with Michigan. He had 12 touchdowns, had 700 plus receiving yards, and a team that was only really run first team. Really, it was running the ball most of the time. Like, it was not a team that was looking to try to like dish it like that and like dish it out a lot and like put the ball in the quarterback hands a lot. It was mostly a run first team. So to still put up 700 plus receiving yards and have like 40 plus catches with the 12 touchdowns. And he showed versatility too last year. He played on the outside, he played inside, made a lot of big time plays down the field, deep threat. He was a guy who moved the sticks, moved the chains. He was like a guy you can pick any different spot. And having a receiver too that's versatile is going to help your team out a lot. So I think Roman Wilson will probably emerge as receiver too. I think Kevin Austin going to be up there too as a viable player as well, because he ran a 4.3. Ran a 4.3. We've seen the plays he made last year when he got the ball in his hand, the little sweeps they gave him, the deep ball he caught against the Raiders. It just, you got to stay healthy. You got to find a way to stay healthy, maintain a certain level of health with his body. I know he's a little smaller in frame, like 5'7", right? 5'7", 5'8", so a little smaller receiver. So you take a lot of hits, a lot more punishment. I think not the biggest body out there, but he got to find a way to stay healthy. I think those guys will be kind of receivers who are going to run our team a little bit as in the second spot. Yeah, but the next one topic I want to talk to, of course, you guys know what's going on really fully, is the QB competition that's happening. Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, those two guys, I'm going to be going at it. And Justin Fields, he put up to the arena in this shirt right here, you know, saying humble over hype. He kind of going in there like in the sense of like just like focus. He's not like trying to sit around just accept being the bench quarterback. Now we all as fans think that of course Russell Wilson will be the guy coming to the season as the starter, but you never know what could happen. Justin Fields is playing and going to be pushing Russell Wilson to his limits, beyond his limits like that. So we're going to see a lot of great competition with the QBs. When Russell Wilson tried to throw the heat off him a little bit, like, yeah, I think it'd be great for Justin Fields to go out there and get some snaps as a receiver, as a running back. Like, no. I'm playing quarterback. You're trying to throw the heat off you so you can have a guaranteed quarterback spot. But nah, I'm playing quarterback. So it's good to see competition, see these guys competing. It's good to see a young guy, Justin Fields. I'm not calling him young, even though he's probably older than me. He's 25. He's older than me by a few years. But to see a guy like Justin Fields to go out there and like just, hey, I'm not going to whine or run away like a certain guy named Kenny Pickett. I'm not going to do all that stuff like that and just try to run away and be mad and be scared and angry and complain and stuff. I'm going to go out there and compete. You know, they say this quarterback spot is not guaranteed fully. And the Steelers is very smart with the way they do things too. They kind of know who they're going to choose already, but they like to do a sense of like, kind of like misleading with the media. Like, we don't know, it's still open battle. We don't know what could happen like that. We could start this guy right here is on a 1-year deal, so you never know what could happen. So they still have to do things to kind of like pull the best out of players. It's always good when players have that sense of urgency. Tom Brady said it best himself. He won many Super Bowls, but he always thought that every time like it was like somebody was coming for his spot, like it was in college and stuff like that, in high school as well. So it kind of kept them motivated. And you see, he won 7 Super Bowls and went to 10. So sometimes having that sense of urgency and not being entitled to a spot will give you an extra boost, an extra confidence to go out there and be like, I'm gonna compete with the best of them and bring the best of my abilities out, and they're gonna make everybody around them better and stuff. I feel like Russell Wilson will be the starter this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Fields came in later in the season. I hope the best scenario for us really is if Russell Wilson start for us and Justin Fields play the last game of the season when our team has a winning record and already clinched the playoff spot. That'd be fantasy scenario. Like, okay, the Steelers already got a playoff spot clinched. They're already waiting, they're resting their starters. Justin Fields will go out there and get a little shine on his last game, and we're gonna see what happens in the playoffs, and then we'll see what happens next season. So we gotta find a way to balance things out. Our first few games of the season, actually, I think it was the Falcons, then the Broncos, and then I think the Chargers. Falcons, Broncos, Chargers. It's another team. I think the Jets, and then it's the Cowboys. I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken a little bit. I know the Cowboys week 5. I know the first 2 are the Falcons and Broncos. The third one I think is the Chargers, and the fourth one is the Jets. Maybe I might have it wrong a little bit, but if we can find a way to go like at a certain, like 4-1 the first 5 weeks, I thought that'd be a great start. Because Steelers always find a way to be like start off a little slow. Last year we started off slow a little bit. We lost the first game badly to the 49ers, and then week 2 we went and played the Browns. We won that game, but it was still a terrible performance by the offense. So I'm just looking for consistency. So to see these quarterbacks go out there, Russell Wilson look like he still has great accuracy as well. Justin Fields need to work on his accuracy a little bit more, but I think that's the main thing we kind of focusing on. The quarterback battle, of course, but looking at their accuracy, their timing with the receivers. We have some good weapons out there. We got some good running backs, good tight ends out there. We have a receiver in George Pickens who's amazing. There's some receivers who are kind of still in limbo, trying to figure out who they're going to be. Roman Wilson's a rookie receiver, so we don't know how he's going to be. He could be better than George Pickens. You never know what could happen like that. So I think the timing is the main thing I'm kind of focused on entering with the QB competition. And the last thing on my list, of course, is the new additions that's going to be added to the team. And there's a lot of new additions added to the team that I look at and be like, okay, this guy right here, I can't wait to watch him play in training camp. The main one is Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen going to open up so much more for our defense. His ability to guard, different people in the middle of the field, and his also the ability to get side on the sideline as well, and pair him up, of course, with Atlanta Roberts, who's a guy who's just, This is a feisty competitor. He came in there with the cowboy hat on. I think he's from Texas. He came out there and said, Texas, hey, you put the hat on, you put your overall on, like that, and you go out there and you go and play. Now, I don't own, I'm from Texas too as well. I live in Texas. I don't own an overall. I do have some cowboy boots, of course, but I don't have an overall like that. Maybe I should get one. But Landon Roberts is very hard-hitting, downhill type of player. He one of those guys who embodied the Steelers. I wish he came to the Steelers a little early because he's a little later in his career, but he still was phenomenal last year. He put up a lot of big-time tackle for losses, big-time tackles in the run game, and also some few sacks as well. He was out there just a beast. Remember his shoulder his bicep or tricep or shoulder was injured. He just tied it up with one arm out there. He said, hey, on my legs still working, I'm still breathing, I'm still throw my body out there, I'll make a play. So he one of those guys that just embody just physicality and toughness. So having him out there paired with Patrick Queen gives versatility, and also having Peyton Wilson, a guy who's kind of similar in play style to Patrick Queen a little bit, who's a very athletic guy. He kind of fell in the draft because of the injuries. The injuries to his knee, to his shoulder. He had a lot of injuries, so people kind of felt a little concerned by maybe drafting him early on. But now we see Peyton Wilson, I think, with him kind of being like a guy who can be a rotational piece for the Steelers in the middle and kind of working himself to being a starter maybe later down the line and stuff. I think it'll be a nice addition as well. Deshaun Elliott, the safety, he played with Miami. He played, I think, 1 year in Philly, if I'm not mistaken. Miami, I think he played Philly and played the Ravens, I think, too, as well. He's a guy who's going to be a solid piece, too. Can't wait to see how he looks out there, paired up in the backfield with Minka, of course, and also Cordell Patterson, the Joker. He's going to be playing. He said he's open to doing that same thing he did with the Falcons a little bit, too, playing multiple roles. Remember, he lined up as a fullback before, a running back before. He lined up as a tight end before, receiver before. I think he threw a ball before, too, as well. Kick return, punt return, he can do everything. You pick Cordell Patterson out there, give him a helmet, he go out there and make a play. And then also the O-line rookies, Troy Fautanu, Zach Frazier, seeing those guys added. McCormick as well is going to be a vital piece as well for us, too. So I'm just kind of pumped up to see those guys and how they get implemented a little bit into the offense and to just to our team in general. We've seen a little bit of those guys in rookie mini camps, but we're gonna finally see a full thing when they go and get some of the vets. When they go out there, OTAs is one thing, but now seeing this training camp where everybody going out there fully padded up, running plays, doing one-on-one battles, and we had when they did a little big patrol field game they had on Friday and stuff like that. They had big games. They start doing those. That's when they get real pumped up, and you start seeing like, okay, who's out there? Remember the famous Coach Tomlin sound bite that he made? He said, "Hey, I'm out here. I'm gonna see who's gonna quit first. I'm gonna see who's gonna quit and who's not gonna quit. Who's gonna rise up to the occasion and go out there and compete." So these are the main things I'm really looking forward to. Preview like to see tomorrow what happens and stuff. Today they all got it in there. You're answering media questions and stuff, but tomorrow we're gonna see them padded up, open to the public. I think they start at 10:30 a.m. So my time may be 9:30, yeah, so like 1 hour ahead. So I'm gonna be monitoring, watching some of that stuff as well, keeping you guys updated as well with some of the things. But yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like and subscribe for more content. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.